As you may know, the voters in Boulder passed 2 measures last night having to do with our energy future. These are going to allow us to continue our deliberations toward the answers that we need to facilitate in order to make some final decisions about municipalization. One thing I want to do before really sort of giving my personal statement about this is that I want to thank the voters who made this all possible. We had supporters and detractors of issues 2B and 2C. All of them really contributed to a public discussion that was robust and that created a situation in which all of the voters in the city had a lot more information than they've ever had about municipalization before. And I'm really thankful to all of them and to all of the people that came out to vote. It is important to remember that this vote does not mean that municipalization is imminent. A decision about whether to form a local electric utility is 3 to 5 years off, and it has not yet been made. The passage of these measures will in fact allow us to do additional engineering and legal work so that we can get more information for our council to make an informed decision at some point in the future. And it will be only if customer rates would be comparable to those being offered by XL Energy at that time.
So thanks. My name is Jonathan Cohen. I'm the Regional Sustainability Coordinator. It's an excellent question, and it's one of the questions that we set out to answer early on in our energy baseline analysis. And so that report is available online and lays out all of the rates, all of the revenue that XL gets from the City of Boulder. Right now, XL generates about, the city generates about $114 million for XL, but that's not profit, that's revenue, and profit is in the realm of $15 to $20 million annually.
The electric utility would not be a profit-making organization. It would be a government-owned utility, and so there really wouldn't be profits to be kept. We would be charging rates based upon our costs.
We have 2 things we need to do. We have to figure out, if we're going to buy the infrastructure, how much it's going to cost. And the city can use its power of eminent domain, that is condemnation, to do that. We have, under Colorado law, we have to start with a negotiation process with XL over that. We also have to determine whether or not there are any stranded costs. That's a proceeding in the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission in Washington, D.C. The city and XL have both made estimates of those, and we're far apart right now. So the initial steps will be to hire lawyers to figure out how far we can go and what the prices are going to be.
The question is, how costly will the legal battle be, and where will that money come from?
Yes. Is that enough? No. In terms of what we're talking about, it's a small percentage. We had our experts estimate it would cost about $1 million a year for the legal costs over a period of up to 5 years. In terms of a purchase of $150 to $200 million, that's a small percentage. It's a lot of money, and the plan is for that. That's why we asked for the tax money to pay that and other costs associated with developing a plan.
The question is, what can the average Boulder customer expect in the next 3 to 5 years while the city is working through this process with XL?
So the average utility customer will remain an average utility customer of XL Energy. And so they should expect the same service that they've been currently receiving, and they should expect the same rates as are charged to others in the service territory.
Well, I guess I'd start off by saying we certainly greatly value our business community, and there's probably no group within the City of Boulder that cares more about businesses in Boulder than the City of Boulder. And we will be reaching out to them and including them in the discussions as we go forward to understand their concerns, and also to explore opportunities that are created. This whole conversation started from concerns about climate action, about greenhouse gas reductions, but it's also quickly become a discussion about our economic future. And Boulder is a place that wants to be the center of energy innovation. And we are very committed to that and to working with a full range of business partners in our community to make sure that not only we're thinking about rates and reliability, which are extremely important to them, but also how this might create opportunities for them to grow and thrive. Our community is very passionate about clean energy, about climate change, about really coming to terms with the fact that we need to change our energy system. I think that the future of utilities is going to change whether we like it or not, that we we're going to have to change our entire energy system. We've created our whole national economy on the availability of cheap fossil fuels, and that's changing. So whether you believe in climate change or not, you know that you need to start changing the system. The regulated monopoly system has served us well in delivering reliable electricity service, but I think it's challenging to really innovate and think about system change within that environment. It's set up to reduce risk-taking, and this is something where we're not going to take unreasonable risks, but I think we're going to have to really explore sort of innovative approaches to energy management and energy generation that we've not been doing in this country. So I don't think it's so much that we can do it better. I think that we can be a little more nimble at a smaller scale. We can make local decisions that are based on local priorities. And we will continue working with Xcel as a partner. They will continue being our natural gas provider. They will be providing transmission service to the city. If we municipalize, it's not a foregone conclusion that we will. So they'll continue to be a partner, but we'll hopefully through whatever process we end up implementing, have a lot more local control, local say, and being able to be a little more agile in a changing environment.